Good morning students. Today in 12th standard chemistry class we can continue 11th lesson hydroxy compounds and ethers. In previous class we have discussed the chemical properties of monohydric alcohol like ethyl, primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol and ethylene glycol and glycerol. So these three broad categories, the chemical properties we have explained. So in today's session we are going to explain about phenol. Phenol preparations also over. So what the types of phenol we are going to see. Okay. So first monohydric phenol, that is phenol group that contains only one OH. So I can give the example like this: OH, CH3. The name of this compound is orthocresol. If CH3 in meta position, we can call it as metacresol. Next, this we can call it as paracresol. So these phenols are classified under monohydric phenol. So that is with phenol with one OH group. If the phenol is having two OH group, that we can write like this. So this we can call it as catechol. If OH group is in this position, it is resorcinol. If OH group is in para position, we can call it as paraphenol. So this is paraphenol. Is it clear? So next, trihydric phenol. OH, here OH and this OH. So the name of this compound is 1,2,3 that is 1,2,3 trihydroxybenzene, or this will be called as thiobolol. So if 3 OH group are in this position, this we can call it as fluoroglucinol. Fluoroglucinol we can write like this: OH, and here OH. The name of this compound is hydroxyquinol. Here this one is fluoroglucinol. Okay. So these are the types of alcohol. First one, phenol with one OH group, phenol with two OH groups. Here it is having 3 OH group. Name of the compound is important for one word. Next we have seen the preparation of phenol. Next we can move to the topic, that is chemical properties of phenol. reaction with zinc dust, phenol structure is like this, benzene ring, and with one OH group, isn't it? So OH group is the functional group for alcohol. So this compound phenol also classified under this alcohol, hydroxy compounds. Phenol on reaction with zinc dust on heating. So like this ZnO will be removed. ZnO. So this remaining product you can get as a benzene plus ZnO. So what is it? Benzene. Is it clear, students? So first chemical properties. What happens when phenol is reacted with zinc? Zinc on reaction with phenol, it forms benzene. So second chemical property we can see. Reaction with ammonia. Phenol structure is C6H5OH. We can write it like this also, C6H5OH. Molecular formula is C6H6O. So number of carbon 6, number of hydrogen 6O. So this is the molecular formula of phenol. For problematic questions, we can expect the molecular formula. So phenol on reaction with ammonia NH3 gives, so this OH and one of this hydrogen will be removed so that you can get NH2, isn't it? So this NH2 will be substituted here. The name of the product is aniline. NH2 plus H2O. So what's the name of this product? That is aniline. Is it clear? So next we can see the next property, that is Scott-Bowman reaction. So I am writing the formula of phenol like this, C6H5OH. This on reaction with acetyl chloride, acid chloride CH3COCl. Same reaction we can write for benzoyl chloride also, C6H5OH plus, instead of methyl group I am going to write phenyl group, that is C6H5COCl, benzoyl chloride. On reaction with this compound, so this H and this Cl will be removed. The same type of removal here also, so that you can get the compound C6H5OCOCH3, or you can write C6H5COOC6H5. You are getting an ester, okay? So we can write like this, C6H5OCOCH3 plus HCl. Here C6H5COOC6H5HCl. So what's the name of first compound? That is phenyl acetate. What's the name of second compound? That is phenyl benzoate. Okay? So clear? The name of this compound is phenyl acetate. The name of this compound is phenyl benzoate. So this reaction of phenol with acid chloride, it forms an ester. Okay? Next we can see next reaction. Williamson esters So see this. From the word itself you can understand ester will be formed from phenol. So consider phenol on reaction with sodium hydroxide. So this H2O will be removed so that you are getting sodium phenoxide, ONA. This sodium phenoxide on reaction with methyl iodide, CH3I, like this NaI will be removed. So this CH3 will be substituted in this position. So you can get OCH3 or OR. Isn't it? So if oxygen atom is placed in between two alkyl groups, that we can say as ester, isn't it? So the name of this ester is anisole, or it is methoxybenzene. So this is one methyl group, so it is methoxy. So this is called as benzene. We can say it as methoxybenzene. So next chemical property we can see oxidation and reduction. Phenol on oxidation with acidified potassium dichromate or H2SO4, acidified potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. On oxidation it forms the name of this compound is parabenzoquinone. So next we can see how the phenol can get oxidized. So here phenol on reduction with nickel hydrogen, on reduction, so it will form a compound that is these three unsaturation will be removed off. Benzene is like this. So three double bonds are there. Unsaturation will be removed off so that you can get a compound like this. The name of this compound is cyclohexanol. Is it clear? So we have seen Williamson ester synthesis, that is synthesis of ester from alcohol. We have seen that is first phenol, it is treated with sodium hydroxide, it is forming sodium phenoxide. On further reaction of the sodium phenoxide with methyl iodide, by the removal of this NaI molecule, you are getting C6H by OCH3. The same way, if ethyl group is there, we can get the next compound OC2H5. So depending upon this, we can get some other phenols also, ether esters also. So here, ether synthesis. Next, on phenol, on oxidation with acidified potassium dichromate, it forms parabenzoquinone. Then structure also you have to learn. Next, on reduction, these three unsaturation will be removed from this benzene ring. So you are getting a compound that is cyclohexanol. So next we can see electrophilic substitution reactions of phenol. First one we can see how sulfonation will be takes place in phenol. After its nitration, nitrosation reaction, one by one we can see. Electrophilic substitution reaction, first one we can see nitrosation. Phenol reaction with nitrous acid. Nitrous acid formula is HNO2, isn't it? So we can write HNO2. So these are ortho-para substituents. So this we can write like this HONO, isn't it? So in para portion this hydrogen and this OH will be removed, and finally you are getting OHNO. So what's the name of this compound, students? That is para-nitrosophenol. Para-nitrosophenol. Is it clear? So next we can see nitration reaction. So we are adding concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. So this mixture, nitric acid and sulfuric acid in concentrated form, it is called as nitrating mixture. So when it is added to this compound, it forms para-nitrophenol and orthonitrophenol. NO2 in ortho position. The name of this compound is orthonitrophenol. Next, if it is substituted in para position, we are getting it as para-nitrophenol. OH NO2 in para position. The name of this compound is para-nitrophenol. So next case, the same phenol on nitration. So here only this amount will be 14% and here 33 to 40%. On nitration we are getting one more product. So this one done by 298 Kelvin. The same nitrating mixture, corn H2SO4 and concentrated nitric acid. It is giving one more product, that is name of this compound is 2. This is the first position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So in which position NO2 group is there? In second position, fourth position and sixth position. So we can write the name 2, 4, 6. How many NO2 groups are there? 3. So it is trinitro. Parent compound is phenol. So trinitrophenol. Otherwise we can call it as picric acid. Is it clear? So this is the product we can expect on nitration reaction. Next we can see sulfonation reaction. Sulfonation reaction will be takes place by the use of only sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid. Sulfonation reaction. Consider phenol. Okay, this on reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Okay, so this we can split like this, HSO3H. So this on reaction with this, so we are getting OH. So H H2SO4 will be there. So OHSO3H. So from this, usually phenol group, here OH group is an example for ortho-para-directing groups. So the substituents will be placed to ortho position and para position. So here in this ortho position, in this corner we are having one hydrogen. So this hydrogen and this OH will be removed, so that this SO3H group will be placed in this position. You can get the compound OH SO3H. The same group, it is possible to place in para position also. So you can get one more compound, that is OH SO3H. The name of this compound is orthobenzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid. Orthophenol sulfonic acid. The name of next compound is, in the place of ortho you have to write para position. So it is para phenol sulfonic acid. Is it clear? So we have done sulfonation reaction. Next reaction we are going to write, that is halogenation reaction. First one, bromination reaction. Next one, reaction bromination reaction. As like the previous reactions, phenol on reaction with bromine. Bromine, it will be in the form of bromine water. So this Br will be substituted in ortho position and para position. This H and Br will be removed. So you can get the compound orthobromophenol OH Br. Okay. So next, if bromine is substituted in para position, you can get the compound like this. What's the name of this compound? That is parabromophenol. Apart from this, one more product we can expect. Phenol on a reaction with bromine water, it will give a white precipitate, that is 2,4,6-tribromophenol. White precipitate of phenol on second position, and this fourth position, and the sixth position. You are getting 3 bromines are substituted. So the name of this compound is 2,4,6. Okay, tribromophenol. Tribromophenol. Is it clear? So this will be, this 2,4,6 tribromophenol will be getting as a white precipitate. So these are given under bromination reaction, halogenation reaction. Next we can see the reaction Kolb's reaction. Kolb's reaction. Phenol so in Kolb's reaction we can produce salicylic acid from phenol. So first phenol on reaction with sodium hydroxide. So this H and OH will be removed. So in the place of hydrogen, sodium will be placed. So you can get ONA. Name of this compound is phenol. Name of this compound is sodium phenoxide. Okay. So next, this on again reaction with CO2 at the temperature of 400 Kelvin, 4 to 7 bar pressure. The CO2 will be placed in this position as COO. The hydrogen in this position will to move here and Na will be here. So you can get the compound. Here OH and this position COONA. The name of this compound is sodium salicylate. Sodium salicylate. On further hydrolyzing this compound with HCl. So this NaCl will be removed and this hydrogen will be placed in this position so that you can get the compound OH, here COOH. So here if you are getting an ester, so this is an acid, isn't it? The name of this acid is salicylic acid. Is it clear? So Kolb's reaction. First we have taken starting material as phenol on reaction with sodium hydroxide. So this H and OH will be removed so that this Na will be placed in this position. You can get sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide on a reaction at a temperature of 400 Kelvin, 4 to 7 bar pressure. So this will form after rearrangement sodium salicylate. The sodium salicylate on acid hydrolysis, it forms salicylic acid. So this reaction is an important reaction. Naming reaction, the name of this reaction is Kolb's reaction. So next we can see Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Phenol on reaction with chloroform and sodium hydroxide. So chloroform formula is CHCl3 in presence of a base NaOH. So in first step we are getting a less stable, that is unstable product. So this H and this Cl will be removed and one more. So you can get the product like this. In the place of hydrogen and this OH and hydrogen will be replaced as H2O and this Na will be substituted here. So you can get ONA. Same time here you will get, so in the place of here one hydrogen is there. So this hydrogen and this Cl will be removed as HCl and remaining it will be CHCl2. But this product is unstable. Okay. So first step what we have done, phenol on reaction with chloroform and NaOH. It is giving an unstable product. So this unstable product and further reaction with NaOH. NaCl and HCl will be removed, so that this oxygen will be substituted along with this position. So you can get here ONA and in this position CH2. Is it clear up to this step? So first we have got a unstable product. This unstable product on further reaction with NaOH, it forms substitution ONA and CHO, isn't it? So this on reaction with H plus or H acid. So in the place of this Na sodium, this H will be substituted and you can get the compound CH2. What's the name of this compound? That is, so from this we can give the name, isn't it? The name of this compound is salicylic acid because functional group is an acid. So here functional group is an aldehyde, so name we can change as salicylaldehyde. Is it clear? So once again I am explaining the same reaction like this. So phenol, the structure is like this. So we are adding reagents as chloroform and NaOH. Chloroform CHCl3. Is it clear? So afterwards we are removing this HCl and H2O will be removed. So finally you are getting unstable product, isn't it? So this unstable product on reaction with NaOH, it forms ONA and CHO will be substituted with benzene. So afterwards when it is acidified, so in the place of sodium, H will be placed and finally you are getting a product that is salicylate. So these two equations are important. So next reaction we are going to see, that is phthalate fusion. Phenol on reaction with phthalic anhydride, it forms phenaphthalate. Phenaphthalate is an indicator. We know it is pink in color, isn't it? So first we can see phthalic anhydride. It is an acid with a, so here like this, C double bond 2, C double bond 2. So the name of this anhydride is phthalic anhydride. So clear? So with this anhydride, I am going to add 2 molecules of phenol. Phenol we can write the structure like this. Here I have written 1 molecule and here I am going to write 1 more molecule of phenol. So this is the way of writing. Now, so this corner it contains this hydrogen. So I am writing the name to this end. Listen. So this hydrogen and this oxygen, not this oxygen. You should be careful. The oxygen which is attached with this carbon can be involved in this reaction. So see here, when this anhydride on these 2 molecules of phenol is reacting, like this H2O will be removed. Is it clear? So finally you can get, after removal of this H2O, we can write the product like this. This benzene ring. Next this C double bond O. Is it clear? Next, this oxygen. Next, this C double bond, we can write like this CO here. So afterwards, two bonds are there. One bond is connected with this benzene ring. The other bond is connected with this benzene ring. So you can extend like this. Then structure will be clear. Okay. So see here. Phenol. And this side also. Is it clear? So the structure is phenolphthalein. Is an indicator. Is it clear, students? So we have seen an important reaction, but it is simple. So you can see the structure is somewhat big size, but actually it is very easy when we know the formula of phthalate anhydride. So see here, phthalate anhydride on reaction with two molecules of phenol. So in this way, water molecule is removed, one molecule of H2O, and final product you are getting like this. The name of this compound is phenolphthalein. It's an indicator. So in titration, we use to see the color change of the solution. Next reaction we are going to see, that is dye test or coupling reaction. From the word itself, you can understand the final product form, that is an dye. So it is in red-orange color. Okay? Red-orange dye will be formed from phenol. Coupling reaction or dye test. So we can write like this. I am going to write benzene ring in horizontal position. So benzene diazonium chloride, N double bond NCl. What's the name of this compound? Benzene diazonium chloride on reaction with phenol. I am going to write like this also in horizontal position. Name of this compound I am writing here, benzene So this H, this corner, it contains hydrogen. So this H and Cl is removed. So after removing this H and Cl, and with this nitrogen, this benzene ring will be attached, isn't it? So we can write the product here. Product should be in same line. You should not split it. This benzene ring. Next you are having N double bond N, isn't it? So afterwards, along with this N, the next benzene ring should be attached. So it is like this. Is it clear? So next OH. Name of this compound is, in para position OH is attached. So we can write like this, para-hydroxy. So this group is azo. So it is azobenzene. So actually it is in the color of red-orange. So this is a dye with the color of red-orange. So it's the important specific reaction in phenol. So once again, the relation with the difference between alcohol and phenol is this dye test, and one more we have seen phenolphthalein preparation, isn't it? So usually phenol can be tested by using three, that is when ferric chloride is added with phenol, test for phenol. It gives a purple color. From this color find out the compound which present, that is phenol. So what's the first one? When anhydrous ferric chloride solution is added to phenol, it gives the color that is purple color. So from this color we can determine, that is we can test phenol is present in that solution. So next is, when phenol is added with this benzene diazonium chloride, it forms a red-orange color dye. So this is also a important specification for phenol. Is it clear? So today in this class we have seen properties of phenol. So first starting from with the zinc dust. After removal of Z and O, you got benzene. Afterwards we have seen naming reaction, Scott-Bowman reaction, Rimmer-Tiemann reaction, Kolb's reaction. So these are the naming reaction. You have, when compared with the other reactions, with the naming reaction you have to concentrate more. Then we have seen coupling reaction, before that phthalene fusion, that is phenol molecules on a reaction with phthalic anhydride. After fusion of these two molecules of phenol and one molecule of anhydride, it forms a complex structure, isn't it? The name of that complex structure is phenolphthalein. So actually it is in pink in color. So with this color we can, it's an indicator which is used for titration. So next we have seen coupling reaction. This reaction is otherwise called as dye-test. So benzene diazonium chloride on reaction with phenol, by the removal of HCl, it forms para-hydroxyazobenzene. So it is a red-orange dye. Is it clear? So in the next class we can see ester synthesis. Ester, its preparation. In properties also we have seen Williamson ester synthesis. The same method it is used for the preparation of ethers also. So ethers preparation, properties and uses we are going to discuss in next class. So today I have discussed the properties of phenol. I hope that you have understood. Okay, thank you students.